What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Feels like it's been a while since I've sat down and made a long form video. I hope you've been keeping up with me over on Instagram and TikTok and also YouTube Shorts because I've been posting pretty much daily on there. Well, those of you who like my longer videos, well, you're gonna like this one because I'm gonna be showing you all of the sneakers I added to my personal collection this year. As you guys know, I am a content creator, so I get lots of shoes every single week. I make videos on them, but I don't keep every one of them in my personal collection for a lot of reasons. First of all, if I did that, I'd be broke. And also, I would need a second house just to keep all of those sneakers. So of course, I only keep the ones I like. The rest I either sell them, give them away, or just return them after I make content. And that's pretty much what most content creators do, by the way. But the shoes I'm gonna be talking about in this video, those are the ones I definitely felt like I needed to add them to my own collection. I couldn't get rid of them. It's gonna be a slightly longer video than usual, but I hope you guys enjoy it, so let's go. I'll start off with the most recent shoe that I added to the collection, and that is the Kith New Balance 991 V2 collaboration with Danielle Qatari. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Danielle Qatari. From what I read, she is the creative director of the women's line for Kith, and I know that she previously had another 991 V2 that came out last year. This is basically the reverse colorway. It's being called the reverse matcha, and I think it's simply one of the nicest colorways of New Balances to release this year. A little bit of backstory about why I actually copped these. I was in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. I was there for a brand trip. It's the first one that I've actually ever been invited to, so I was very excited about it. While I was there, the raffle for these shoes came out, and for me it was like a meant to be type of moment, because the first thing I think of when I see this colorway is actually Dubai chocolate. Yes, that chocolate that's gone viral and everyone in the world can't seem to get enough of. I'm even gonna go ahead and rename these the Dubai chocolate 991s. I feel like I absolutely needed this pair, not only because I love the colorway, but also because I knew it would always remind me of that first ever brand trip that I did, that I worked hard for. So I'll always have that positive memory associated with this shoe, and after getting them in hand, they did not disappoint. I mean, the colorway on this is just so nice. Perfect for the fall season, and also a pair of shoes that I think will look good with many different types of pants, even blue jeans. The quality on it is so nice as well, some buttery suede on here. And it is the 991 V2. I've talked about this model before. It is so much more comfy than the 991s. I've never been a huge fan of how the 991s looked or how they felt on feet, but the V2s, they totally upgraded this shoe and made it way better. It's got the fuel cell technology now, the same ones that they put in the 990 V6. I got these in my true size, which is a size 11 US, and for me they fit perfectly. I know some people say they like to go a half size down in New Balances, but for me on this shoe and actually all of the 900 series, I go true to size, and for me they're the perfect size. The only thing I didn't like so much about the shoe was the price point. At least in Europe, the retail price on this was 260 euros, which is super steep, especially nowadays. There's not too many shoes in that price point, so it definitely hurt a little bit to spend that much on a shoe. So definitely one of those that you only really buy them if you truly love them. And for me, yes, they were worth the money. They look great, and I'm very happy to add this to my personal rotation. Next is a shoe that I've been actually wearing the most lately, and it's even a basketball sneaker. That is the Shai 001. Now, I've been waiting all year for this shoe, mainly because, to be honest, I'm a huge fan of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP of the NBA from Canada, which of course, being a Canadian, I'm definitely quite proud of that, but also because I really like the way this shoe looks, and I actually think it works super well as a lifestyle shoe. They go amazing with some baggier clothing, just like how Shai would wear them, and that's how I've been choosing to rock them. When you're gonna be playing ball in these, you're supposed to zip up the shoe for that better locked in feeling, and then leave the zipper open for more lifestyle purposes. All the colorways that came out are pretty nice, but I knew I had to get this black one just because it's the most versatile of all of them. It's surprisingly comfortable. I wouldn't necessarily say they're all that comfy. Like as a everyday lifestyle shoe, I probably wouldn't recommend them. It definitely feels more like a performance shoe on feet. I think Converse and Shai himself has just been incredible when it comes to marketing the shoe. We all know that Shai is one of the most stylish players out there, and the fact that he actually wears his shoes with all his outfits definitely gives credibility to the fact that these are meant for lifestyle use. A lot of basketball sneakers have tried in the past to appear lifestyle, like think of the Book ones for example. The problem is no one ever really wears that shoe off the court. Neither does Devin Booker himself. He's always pulling up to the games holding his shoes in his hands instead of actually wearing them. These work, they're awesome. I got them in my true size, and for me they are the perfect size. It's definitely more on the snug side, so wider footer sneakers out there, you'll probably want to go up half a size. Another shoe that I added this year that has not left the rotation at all has been the New Balance 204L, which for me is the best new sneaker that New Balance has made this year. It fit in perfectly with today's sneaker trends, which are more slimmer models and also giving off that Y2K aesthetic. This shoe does both of that. And I especially love this original colorway, the mushroom colorway. It looks a lot like those Miu Miu New Balances without having to pay $1,000 for it. And incredibly, the price point of this shoe is only $110 US or 120 euros. Very, very affordable for a New Balance shoe, especially one with this nice quality. Like for me, it's actually just overall one of the best new models to drop this year. And for sizing, I got this in my true size. Is it as comfy as other New Balance shoes? No, absolutely not. Definitely a 2002R, a 1906R, all of the 900 series are significantly more comfy than this shoe. But it's not like they're uncomfortable. You can easily walk in these and your feet are not going to be hurting or anything like that. It's not like a really firm feeling. It's average comfort and it's very decent for the price point. Next, we got, in my opinion, the best Jordans to drop this year, the Undefeated 4s. I absolutely needed this shoe because for me, it was an all-time grail. As long as I've been collecting sneakers, the Undefeated 4s to me were one of the best looking pairs of 4s to be made. So I was just very grateful that Jordan Brand decided to bring these back. Some nice nubuck on this shoe. They're not, of course, that comfortable, of course, because they are Jordan 4s, so my pinky toe always crying out for help in these. But in terms of the colorway, I absolutely just love this colorway, the military green, the olive green, paired with the orange, the black, and the sail. It's just one of the toughest looking pairs of 4s. Even though sneaker resale is down, I was still quite surprised to see that these were pretty much going for around retail when they first came out, and then the resale started to go up slowly after that. But it's still like, I think only $50 to $100 over retail depending on the size, which when you just consider just how iconic this shoe is in like sneaker history, you really can't complain. Like if you're an OG sneaker collector, and I know a lot of you guys are, you have to admit this year, especially if you're an OG Jordan fan, it's gotta be simply one of the best years ever. You can get all these grails for pretty much retail, sometimes even below retail. And I truly don't understand the people who are complaining about why is Jordan Brand bringing back all these grails. I don't see the problem with it. Like giving people access to shoes they really want for a good price, what is wrong with that? Another pair that I was really excited about and I had to add to the rotation is the recent collab between Nike and Jacquemus on the Moon shoe. I didn't know a whole lot about the Moon shoe, but it turns out that this is the first ever sneaker that Nike made. Back then, they weren't even called Nike, they were called Blue Ribbon Sports. It's actually why the shoes even come with this extra blue ribbon in the box. And I didn't really know what to expect with the sneaker. I just liked the look of it, especially the red ones. I don't really have bright red shoes like that, and I've always wanted a pair. Turns out they are surprisingly super comfortable, even though when you look at it, it looks like the least comfortable shoe. The feeling of having these shoes on feet, it kind of feels like you're not wearing any shoes at all. It feels like you kind of just put a pair of socks on your feet. Like my feet feel free in these shoes. They're very, very comfy in that sense. Of course, there's no cushioning to speak of, so I wouldn't be walking in these for more than an hour. My feet started to feel a little bit of fatigue when I did that. And also, I will admit, I got the sizing wrong on this pair. Initially, I ordered this shoe in my true size. I wore them and I felt like, yeah, this seems like the right size. But to be honest, guys, I should have gone down half a size here. There's definitely a bit too much room in the toe box. So if you are thinking about getting this pair, definitely go down half a size. Even if you have wide feet, I think that's the right option because the upper is very, very stretchy. Another pair I've been wearing a lot is this one, the Brain Dead Adidas Japan, or is it the Adidas Tokyo? No, it's the Adidas Japan. I just checked. I actually took these with me and wore them a lot in Japan recently, and I knew that would be the perfect place to un-DS these because pretty much everywhere I went over there, I was getting so many compliments on this shoe. People there seem to really love the wild look of this sneaker. There's really no pair of Adidas that look like these. Like, what a genius idea to take the suede mudguard and carve little flames into them. The inspiration of this shoe actually came from Mexican lucha libre or Mexican wrestling. They do wear similar types of shoes in that sport. It came out in two colorways, but for me, this blue one was the one I had to get. It just looks so fire on feet, no pun intended. Very surprised that these didn't actually sell out. I thought a shoe that looked like this would. I got them in my true size. For me, they're the perfect size. The shoes are a bit narrow, so I definitely don't suggest going down half here. Definitely not the most comfortable sneakers. Like in hindsight, would I recommend wearing these for 20,000 or 30,000 steps while walking in Tokyo? No, it wasn't a good idea. But did I look good doing so? Yes. The next sneaker I added this year is a running shoe, the Adizero Evo SL. And depending on who you ask, this could very well be the sneaker of the year. The reason I say that is because I can't think of any other shoes, any other new models in the last couple of years that have gotten so popular so fast like this shoe has. Pretty much anyone who's into running is wearing this shoe now. I actually started running this year, making it more of a habit, and shout out to Adidas for actually gifting me this pair. I did really notice how great these shoes are to run in. The responsiveness of that light strike technology is amazing. You really feel it when running. And I just love the whole overall look of the shoe too, like how big the stripes are on the shoe. It just kind of makes the shoe look fast. I especially like how it looks from the top down. The Evo SL is the budget version of this shoe. And even though I'm not like a running expert or anything, but if you watch a lot of running YouTubers out there, they'll tell you the same thing. For $150, this is simply one of the best value for money running shoes you can get right now. All right, let's talk about some Asics shoes that I've picked up this year. The first is the Temptation Vacation collab on the Asics Gel DS Trainer 14. I did not know a whole lot about Temptation Vacation. They are a brand that operates from the Gold Coast in Australia. It seems to be a brand, and the Gold Coast also seems to be a city where surfing is really popular. That's what I could tell, at least from the marketing of this shoe. But that's not why I got it. I got this shoe simply because I just think it's an excellent colorway. The white contrasting with the olive is so nice. Like, this is just simply one of the cleanest pairs of Asics to drop this year, and also I think really under the radar. And you know I love shoes like this, shoes where not a lot of people are talking about them, but they absolutely deserve everyone's attention. This sneaker with this colorway would go with pretty much most of the clothes in my wardrobe. I typically like wearing these kind of tones, and it seems like right now on StockX you can even get this shoe for below retail. Total steal in my opinion. For sizing on these, go with your true size. They fit me just perfect. No space in the toe area, no heel slippage, true to size fits best. The next is also a very recent pickup, and it's actually the same model, the Gel DS Trainer 14. This is the collab with Hidden New York. Big shout out to Hidden New York for sending me. This is the latest one, and it is supposed to symbolize the dawn. The colorway is perfect. It's really true to Hidden's brand. And one of the coolest things about this shoe are the laces that come with it. You get glow in the dark laces with these, which I have not seen on a shoe before, and plenty of other details on the shoe, like the moon phases on the tongue tab, Hidden logo on the heel, lots and lots of silver on there as well, and there's supposed to be even a dusk colorway that might be coming out at some point next year. Moving on, the only pair of dunks that I picked up this year was the Nike Dunk SB collab with Yuto Haragome. This is the second pair he's done. It's called the Matcha colorway. Personally, I like this a lot better than the first one. I've spoken about this shoe, really great pair. Love all of the little details on this shoe. Every part of the shoe is matcha inspired. You have the speckle detail on the green upper, and this material here on the shoe, it's actually made out of the same material that you use to actually whisk the matcha. I'm so happy that this pair didn't release while the Dunk hype was at an all-time high, because otherwise I would have probably had to pay like $400 plus for this shoe. Instead, I ended up paying only around $20 above retail, which I was very happy with. These are beautiful. I always end up smiling every time I see this shoe. Oh, and did I mention it came with these dope pink laces too? Like, the pink laces on this pair just elevate the shoe. The next couple of shoes I'm going to talk about, both of them, I kinda regret getting them. The first is this pair, the Bape and Adidas Bapesta Superstars, let's call it. In my opinion, maybe the best Bape collab that they've done with Adidas. It looks so clean. I love how it looks like a Bapesta on one side and a regular Superstar on the other. So in terms of looks, I have zero regret about getting this shoe. What I do regret is just how uncomfortable they feel on feet. In all Superstar sneakers, I go a half size down, and that's also what I did on this shoe. But I don't know what it is. I think it's this type of leather that they've used on this shoe. It just doesn't really break in, to the point where like every single step I take on the shoe, I can kind of feel the leather like trying to break in, but instead it's kind of breaking my feet. All to say that I find wearing these shoes to be extremely uncomfortable. So I still do wear them, but I'm not gonna wear these shoes if I know I'm gonna be outside for like more than 2 hours, because after a while wearing these, I pretty much just can't even walk anymore. I have to take them off. So maybe it's just with this Superstar, it kind of makes sense to go true to size, even though all other Superstars I'm comfortably a half size down. And the next pair that I picked up is the Jound Asics Gel Quantum 360. Now let me just start off by saying that this is simply one of the most comfortable shoes I bought this year. Like, they feel incredible on feet. Like, this model is just amazing. I regret buying this shoe for a couple of reasons. First of all, I paid full retail price for these when after I bought them, I noticed that they went on sale at a lot of different retailers in Europe. I could have got these for 30-40% off. And secondly, I should have expected this. What was I thinking getting an all white sneaker like this that's made of mesh? I mean, pretty much just after wearing this for a couple of times, it started to look super dirty. I know you can't really see it on camera, but trust me, in hand, guys, this pair is looking kind of filthy, and I don't like that. I really don't like high maintenance shoes, the types of shoes that I have to clean all the time. But going back to that comfort level, get this in your true size, you won't regret it. There's that recent black pair that dropped as well, which is awesome. I'm thinking of getting those. I love this model, the Gel Quantum 360. Once you try it on feet, you will notice just how comfy they are. Just wish I didn't get this all white version. For the next sneaker, so you guys know if there's one pair of shoes I wear all the time, it's my pair of Maison Margiela Gats and also the Adidas BW Army. I'm always looking for shoes in that type of mold, and I came across this pair. This is from a brand in the UK called Crown Northampton, and this sneaker is called the Adnit. And what I really like about this shoe is that they are made to order and you can actually choose the width on the sneaker. My biggest complaint with the Margiela Gats are they are a bit narrow and a bit restrictive. This pair, I got it in the wide version and they are just so comfy, easily the most comfortable pair of Gats that I own. I think it was Rose Anvil, the leather expert. He said something like Crown shoes had some of the best leather he's ever felt. And the price on these is way cheaper than the Margiela Gats. It's almost half as much. So if you're looking for a high quality version of that sneaker that won't completely break the bank and also is quite comfy, I would definitely go with this Crown Northampton Adnit shoe. Next, I'm going to mention two sneakers just really quickly and not talk too much about them because honestly, I haven't tried on the shoe. They're both from New Balance and they're both running sneakers. One is the Fuel Cell Rebel 5 and the other is the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 14s. Huge shout out to New Balance for sending these over, trying to support my running journey. I love the colorway on this Fuel Cell Rebel, the white with the orange, but I literally just got this shoe in, so I haven't tried it out. I can't really give you a running review of them yet. And the 1080 V14, the only thing I will say about this shoe is that you want to go up maybe a full size in this one. New Balance sent me these in an 11.5, which as you guys know, my true size is a size 11. And even the 11.5 for me is way too snug. Those of you runners out there, you know that when you run, your feet do expand a bit, so you kind of always want to go up half a size in your shoes. But with this shoe, I actually suggest going up a full size. But you don't have to do that with the Fuel Cell Rebel 5s. You can just go up half a size and they're gonna fit great. I actually cannot wait to start running in these. Also earlier this year, I picked up this pair from a brand called Kle Cage. It's pretty much a hiking derby shoe, which is kind of unusual. It's got the hiking style laces, but it's flat like a derby sneaker, and it has this very hairy suede on it, so on feet, it's definitely visually very striking. I've only worn this shoe like 4 or 5 times, and every time I've worn it, I've gotten compliments on this shoe. I got these in a European size 44, and usually I'm a European size 45 in most sneakers at least, but with these I got a 44. But when you convert them to US sizes, the 44 in these is a US size 11. So I would say if you're looking at US sizes, stick with your true size in these. I highly suggest these. The quality is great and they just look awesome on feet, unlike any other shoe I own. Moving on, so there's few things I love more than copping sneakers for an absolute steal, and that's where this sneaker came in. This is the New Balance 996. I believe they're just called the navy colorway. I've always wanted a navy pair of New Balances in the rotation. It's a colorway that I feel is very popular, especially in Japan. I looked at potentially getting a pair of 574s, but 574s, the quality on them are not too great. Instead, I saw these for an absolute steal, so you won't even believe what I paid. I paid 75 euros for this pair, and the retail price on this is around 240. And this is a made in USA sneaker, so you're getting extremely nice suede on here. 996 to me in terms of comfort are maybe not the most comfortable shoe because the cushioning is kind of firm, but some people actually prefer that. This is just a really versatile colorway that I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of as we go into the fall and winter months. Let me know in the comments, actually guys, this year it's been easier than ever to get sneakers for absolute steal. So what what's been the biggest steal that you guys got this year. For me, it's been this one. And the last sneaker that I added to my personal collection this year, I haven't mentioned this brand at all so far in this video, and that is Salomon. It's this pair, the Salomon XT4 collab with German retailer Asphaltgold. Asphaltgold is based out of Frankfurt, and Frankfurt actually has the biggest and most important airport in Germany, and that is where the inspiration of this shoe comes from. It is actually inspired by those, you know, Rimowa type of suitcases you see at the airport. The shoes even say arrival and departure on it. You also have these really cool lines that you see all throughout the shoe, and they're inspired by the light streaks that you see on a plane when the sunlight is passing through. This is such a well executed pair. I really like this colorway. I don't really have too many silver shoes. The XT4 is a great model as well. It's very similar to the XT6, of course. With both the XT4 and the XT6, I find these shoes to be a bit narrow, so I got these in a half size up at 11.5. For me, that's the perfect size. But some people say go true to size in Salomon's. I do have a slightly wider feet, so I definitely prefer going a half size up. And that's it, guys. Those are all of the shoes that I added to my personal collection this year. Do let me know if you enjoyed this type of video. It's been a long one. If you made it to the end of this video, give me a what up, JD. And I want to hear from you guys. What's been your favorite sneaker that you copped this year? If you also copped something kind of under the radar, let me know. Don't forget, as always, to give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok. That's where I'm dropping tons of content daily. Thank you so much for stopping by and supporting my content. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.